and hand over the proceed to the person sitting behind so that they start compiling. So let's start with the topic. The first presenter, Adnan Abdul Majid. He is going to present ocular manifestation of pachydermoperiostosis.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. I am Dr. Adnan Abdul Majid from Sindh Institute of Ophthalmology and Visual Sciences. Today I would like to present a very unique case. There are no financial disclosures. These are the objective of my talk. A 50-year-old male presented in an outpatient department with a complaint of heaviness in the both eyes since 20 years, and the turning outward of the left lower lid since 3 years. The rest of the history was not significant. The significant history related to my case was he had a joint pains at the knees and the ankle, and his family has a nephew has a similar complaint. His mother and father were cousins. It was a cousin marriage of the parents. On examination, you can see there was a pachyderma, which is also called the thickening of the skin of the forehead and the scalp. There was a deep forehead furrows, oily skin, excessive sweating on the palm and sole, and the hand and foot were enlarged. There was a clubbing of the finger and the toes. As you can see in this picture, there is a grade 4 parrot beak appearance of the finger nails, which is a clubbing. In the foot, there was a similar picture of the clubbing. Also, you can appreciate the ankle joint swelling of the both ankles. Ocular findings were there was a bilateral blepharoptosis with MRD of -2 mm in both eyes. Levator function was poor, and he predominantly used frontalis muscle to open his eyes. Extraocular movements were normal. There was thickened, enlarged, floppy eyelids. Eyelids could easily be pulled away and averted. There was a lid laxity and the left lower lid ectropia. The VA was 2180 in the both eyes, and which was due to the cataract. In this investigation, we have gone for the upper eyelid biopsy, skin biopsy, in which we found that there was a non-specific inflammatory and foreign body giant cell reaction, sebaceous gland hyperplasia, and the edema of the cells. And the second investigation, we have gone for the X-rays. For the X-ray, you can appreciate there is a acrosteolysis. There is the resorptioning of the bones of the distal phalanxes, and there is a periostosis, the subperiosteal new bone formation. Also, you can appreciate a soft tissue swelling of the fingers. And so my diagnosis was, it was a case of a pachydermoperiostosis. The management we have done to this patient was left lower lid wedge resection, which was also the biopsy for the investigation and for the management. And we have planned the LTS for the left eye, and we have referred this patient to the rheumatologist for the further management. Talking about the PDP, pachydermoperiostosis, it is a disease of the skins and the bone, and which also affect the soft tissue. The three-man triad of this diagnosis is that there's a pachyderma, thickening of the skin, periostosis, and the digital clubbing. There are types. Complete, you will find all manifestation incomplete. There's only periostosis without pachyderma, and the form frusty, which is the pachyderma with a minimal periosteal bone involvement. Talking about epidemiology, it was the first case was reported in 1868 by Fredericks, and only 204 cases were reported in the world yet. And we reported this case as a 205th case. The male-female ratio was 9:1, and the precise incidence prevalence is still unknown. Talking about the pathogenesis of the disease, it's basically it's an idiopathic condition. We have not yet known the cause, but there are the theories, the neurogenic theories and the humoral theories. Neurogenic theories state that there's a vagal nerve stimulation which is responsible for its manifestation. Talking about the humoral theory, it says there's a prostaglandin E2 mediator which is responsible for causing a fibroblast proliferation and leading to the manifestation of PDP. So the role of prostaglandin E2, it's going on research. It is that there is a gene mutation which is responsible for the production of the enzyme which degrades the prostaglandin E2. If it's not degraded, then it accumulates in the body and is responsible for all these manifestations. Manifestation the clinical feature of the pachyderma skin. It can manifest as the pachyderma, which is a thickening of the skin, hyperhidrosis, cutis vertis gyroid, and decreased facial and pubis hair, and oily skin. Bone, it causes periostosis and acroosteolysis. These are the ocular manifestations, which include the blepharosis, floppy eyelid syndrome, hypertrophy of the lid and the palpebral conjunctiva, mechanical ectropion, mevalonic gland dysfunction, tearful instability, and punctate epidermal erosion, and ocular surface disease. So take-home message is we have to evaluate and treat patient as a whole. This case was presented to us with the only ocular manifestation, but further we gone beyond our specialty and evaluate this patient, and then we come up with a very rare disease. So that we have also referred this patient to a rheumatologist. So we are about to save the life of the patient, including treating the eye-related issues. So this was the case report that was presented in the last month in the Pakistan Journal of Ophthalmology. And these are the references of my talk. And thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Adnan Abdul Majid, for a very 6 minutes. If you exceed 6 minutes, you'll have -1 mark. So.